Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel once more. And this is the second edition, the second part of the Ballon d'Or talks. And today, and this time around, I'm going to talk about the four biggest winners from me, the four biggest winners from this Ballon d'Or. I still remain your wonderful host, Don Bogidon, and you are still tuned on Sports with Donbogidon on Donbogidon Sportainment TV. So, without wasting much of your time, the four biggest winners from the 69th edition of the Ballon d'Or 2025 held in Paris. Number one on the list for me, number one is Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele. Of course, how will I have this list without listing Ousmane Dembele? The man who was supposed to take up the realms and fill in the gaps and the shoes of Kylian Mbappe, and he did it so well. Imagine leaving PSG. Imagine leaving PSG, and immediately you left PSG. They won the Champions League, and a player from that team also won the Ballon d'Or. So Ousmane Dembele should be the biggest winner. Is one of the biggest winners for me of this Ballon d'Or. He stepped in so well into the shoes of of Kylian Mbappe. Maybe not so well at the start, but as the season progressed, the guy progressed. He he grew into that shoes. He grew into the man that PSG wanted him to be, and from there, he kept on firing till the final day. And big ups to Ousmane Dembele for winning the men's Ballon d'Or, the 69th edition. Then, second on my list is, of course, Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique, one of the biggest winners for me this night at the Ballon d'Or, because this man took a very bold decision most managers won't do, but he took that decision and he stood by the decision, and at the end of the day, it worked out for him. So I believe Luis Enrique, of course, won the coach of the Johan Cruyff award, which is meant for the coach of the year, and also for you to boot a player in the caliber of Kylian Mbappe, who the PSG hierarchy, even the president of France, are saying that this boy should stay. But you said, no, I don't need this guy. I rather have four players scoring 12 goals for me than have one player score 40 goals for me. And at the end of the day, see what he was able to do with this PSG team. And not only that, Yamal was the only reason why PSG did not do a clean sweep in the men's category in this award. Of course, in the men's category for the coach of the year, Luis Enrique took it home. For the club of the year, PSG took it home. For the Ballon d'Or, men Ballon d'Or, Ousmane Dembele of PSG took it home, except for the Copa trophy, which Yamal took home. And of course, Desire Due came second in that award. And when you look at the list, you see a lot of PSG players littered everywhere. In the top 30, Fabian Ruiz is 24, is 24th, Joan Neves is 19th, Desire Due, like I talked earlier, is 14th, Varaskelia is 12th, Nuno Mendes 10th, Gianluigi Donnarumma 9th, Ashraf Hakimi 6th, then Vitinha 3rd, and what's his name? Ousmane Dembele. Imagine how many PSG players made the top 30. When was the last time we saw that? So he was one of the biggest winners of this award this night. And also, third on my list is PSG themselves. That club, the money has the investment they did in that club has finally paid off. It has finally paid off. Imagine, kudos to Nasser Al Khalifa, the president, and the investors and the owners of PSG, the Qatari family. Kudos to them. Finally, it has paid off. And kudos to them for even listening to, what's it called, to Luis Enrique. Because most people won't do that. Most clubs won't do that. That player that they want to keep, they would rather keep that player and sack the coach. But they listen to this man, and look at what the man brought for them. First season after taking that bold decision, see what he had brought to them. So kudos to PSG also. Kudos to the Qatari family. Kudos to everybody there. At the end of the day, they were rewarded with the best club of the year for the men's team. Then fourth on my list, not fourth, which is not the list, is the Spanish FA. Some people might ask me why. What does Spanish FA have to do here? Spanish FA, with the way they took football recently in that country and the way they took women's football. Look at the winners of the women's category. When you come to what's it called, the female Ballon d'Or winner, Aitana Bonmati, three times in a row, three times in a row. When you look at the list of the Copa Women's Award, what's her name again? What's this girl's name? Vicky Lopez of Spain also picked it up for the ladies. And with the things that they have been doing in the female football, I give kudos to the Spanish FA. Their women nearly did a clean sweep in this Ballon d'Or. If not for what's it called, the Arsenal team that had to beat them and the UEFA Champions League for the women. Barcelona would have won this award. It would have been a clean sweep for Spain, for the team from Spain. So kudos to Spanish FA, and I hope the Nigerian FA will learn from this. Look at what they are doing, not only for the men, they are doing it for the women. Lamine Yamal, the way they promoted their own and supported their own for this award and gave them chance even on the field of play. So kudos to the Spanish FA. Now, without wasting much of your time, there has been a lot of controversy since this list dropped. We are going to look at the top 30 rankings for the men. Ballon d'Or organizers. Kudos to you guys. For me, I believed Dembele deserved the award and he won it. I don't have an issue there, but I have issues with every other thing you people ranked here because I don't really understand. Starting with the most controversial one is Rafinha. What is Rafinha doing on fifth in that list? What is he doing on fifth in that list? How did Lamine Yamal get ahead of Rafinha? This has to go to Barca fans. You people, Barca fans, you people. I won't blame the organizers because this is what they got, the votes they got. You people left Rafinha and voted for Lamine Yamal. But most people will be pointing at the organizers. You Barca fans, this goes out to you people. With all Rafinha did for you people this past season, you chose to promote Lamine Yamal. Like I said earlier in one of my videos, I said my top three will always be Dembele, Rafinha, and Vitinha. Salah did so well last season. He should finish fourth or fifth. Yamal, the same thing, fourth or fifth. Not Yamal finishing second. Was Yamal better than Rafinha last season in that team that the two of them played? Even with Spain, what did Spain win? What did Spain win? We know the rules of awarding the Ballon d'Or, where they say the character, individual play, and team awards. So what is it that Lamine Yamal won that Rafinha did not win? A player that won the Champions League Player of the year, highest goals, highest assists, yet Ballon d'Or organizers, I don't really understand. And those that voted this thing, I don't really understand. Where is Victor Osimhen in this list? With all he did in Turkey, where is Victor Osimhen? Bangers of goals. Where is he on this list? Not even in top 30. How is Fabian Ruiz down to 24th? Below even Vinicius Junior in 16th. Now, another controversial one. What is Kopama doing in the top 10? And Pedri is not even in the top 10. Varaskelia is not even in the top 10. How? Pedri last season in almost 50 games had 28 or 27 man of the match awards in games. Do you know what that means? Every game you are playing against 21 men. You are playing with 21 men, against 11 plus other 10 from the other plus the other 10 of your teammates and you 22 on the field. Every game you are playing with 21 players, and you are coming out with 28 man of the match awards in close to 50 games. That's more than half of what he played. He won the man of the match award, both in league and in the Champions League, and he couldn't make the top 10. Sorry. He couldn't make the top 10. Varaskelia, with everything he did last season, he couldn't make the top 10. I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't really know. Well, this apart from the winner, I have a lot of things to question on this list. So I don't know. As you are watching this, also you should also help me and put in who do you think should have been in this top 10 that didn't make it, or who should have been in this top 30, or who should have been higher or lower in this top 30 that didn't make it. Jude Bellingham, 23rd, ahead of Tom Freeze, ahead of Fabian Rui. I still remain your host, Donbogidon, and this is Sports with Donbogidon. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. We are here, and watch out for the weekend preview next when we drop our next episode. Thank you.